Everything in the video is for entertainment purposes. These are purely my thoughts and opinions. All media used was found in the public domain and are fair use and fair dealings.
Well, hello, I'm back. So there has been lots to catch up on, really. First off, I did not give in despite people's requests that I was to sacrifice myself for the greater good and watch a documentary. Not going to do it because I knew what it would be about. Plus, I knew that there would be so much coverage on it for days that what was the point of me watching it? It was just going to take some time out of my life that I wouldn't be able to get back. So, did it turn out to be what I expected it to be? Yes, it did. It turned out to be one big pity party. I'm kind of shocked that they used South Africa in that way. They've gone to a country and spent days amongst rape victims, landmine survivors, met women and babies with HIV. Some of the girls that they met may not even survive it into late adulthood due to the dangers that they're in. They went to the fourth poorest country in the world, Malawi. All of this around them. How can you not have any perception on how lucky you are in that sort of climate? They are completely blind, and this is what has really turned even some like fans that were totally on board the team Meghan and Harry train are like, hey, this is wrong, you shouldn't have done that. How can two of the most privileged people in the entire world, they're in that 1% of elite, global elite, where they can have anything and everything that they want. As Meghan said, she can follow her heart's desires. They can literally have anything that they want in the entire world. And there they were. Harry is slightly different because obviously Harry, it's his mum that he lost, but he is still full of anger over this. I think, to be honest with you, with his behaviour recently at the World Child Awards, with him kind of laughing, snorting, pretend crying, he's become a little bit unbalanced. I don't think he's coping well in the spotlight. His mother's death is affecting him so badly still. Then he needs to go into therapy. He has got access to the best doctors around the world. He has got an endless pot of money compared to some people that have mental health issues. I can't feel sorry for them. There could be an element of it that she didn't know what to expect. She definitely hunted Harry down. She wanted to marry him. She had the baby in quick succession. Now, she talks about herself like she's a newlywed. This isn't her first rodeo, okay? She has been married 2 times for a fact. There is rumours of a third that was an old. I don't know about that, but I know that she has been married before. She's a woman of nearly 40 years old. She is not a shy 19-year-old, naive, innocent young woman. Yet the way that she behaves on camera and the way that she says no one even asked if I was okay through this sort of like the doe eyes, if you actually see, and I have seen this on social media, extracts of the Martin Bashir documentary with Diana, the famous Panorama interview, you have Diana doing the same, obviously, head movements and saying, you know, no one ever asked if I was okay. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty creepy. We know that Meghan likes to push Harry's Diana buttons, but this is taking it to a different level. She's gone from June saying that, you know, they don't make it easy to, in October, now that she's suffering unimaginable suffering. Look at the backdrop behind you. They have just met each other. They have got married. I met my husband in the same sort of time frame, and I am grateful every single day since the moment I met him. But there's Meghan and Harry. Instead of reveling in the fact that Harry has found a life partner who loves the limelight and is happy to take on the role with him, you know, his other girlfriends and that ran away because they didn't handle, you know, the scrutiny very well. But, you know, they've got a beautiful baby between them. They literally have got the world at their feet. They have got celebrities fawning all over them. They've got Elton John on speed dial and Ellen. They're staying at £100,000 a week, holiday resorts. They've got an endless supply of money. Harry himself is something like worth 30, 50 million, depending on where you read it. They have got everything. And yet all they do is moan and complain. Meghan and Harry, get over yourselves. Get over these problems. If you can't handle the heat in the kitchen, get out. If you're not coping, and Harry's saying every time he hears a click, you know, that it makes him think of his mum, that to me is like proper PTSD. Harry, you need to have therapy. Meghan, she's not dealing with it very well. Okay, well, have some downtime. No, after putting on the crocodile tears, and I'm sorry, I think they were crocodile tears. I've seen photographs of Meghan putting the exact same facial expressions on Suits, and I don't find it believable. She's an actress. She knew exactly what she wanted. She doesn't take a break. She doesn't stop. Does she look like she wasn't coping or she couldn't deal with it recently at the Royal Albert Hall? Oh my God, this is a woman that is absolutely reveling in the limelight, the attention. This isn't someone putting on a brave face or is emotionally scarred, you know, unimaginable suffering that she's going through. She doesn't have to go to these royal events. She doesn't have to do any of this. She could take time out. They said they want much needed family time. They need a 6-week break. Some people say rehab. I don't know, that might be true. They certainly both behave like they need some sort of medical intervention. I can't see how they cannot just be so grateful for everything that they've got. How can you go to a country like South Africa, meet those girls, the women that are surviving rape out there, where women still fighting for an education, and spend all that time with those people that are still living in poverty? Those girls that were learning to box, they're not doing it out of community and fun. It's because there's a bloody good chance that someone's going to rape them. South Africa as a backdrop, as a stage, as a set, this is wrong. Everything that they did was to promote themselves, and I find that so sad. And Harry is just stomping his little feet around and throwing temper tantrums because people are not giving them the sycophantic adulation that they want. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. I have to admit, I expected more of them, to use a country, to use those people. People will be talking about this Africa tour for a long time, but not to do with any of the charities, not to do with any of the causes. It would be the tour when Harry and Meghan decided to sue the world, and then on top of that they did the pity party, the poor me. If they'd have done the interview in Frogmore on the couch, maybe some time later, people might have had sympathy, empathy, but the fact that they used this tour, I find it shocking. I've got no time for them. I think it's absolutely appalling. Anyway, that was my rant of the day. I will be back in the next couple of days. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on with it at the moment, and I will be covering that. So that's it for me tonight, and I will see you Friday. Bye-bye.
If you like my video, please remember to like and subscribe. Please, angry typist, you will be blocked, so save your fingers to time. Love, Taz. P.S. For everyone that keeps complaining about the chipmunk voice, it's here to stay. I like him.